Hey, it's Matt here. I want to thank you for tuning in to the first episode of our Real Talk interview series, where we interview local experts in the real estate process. Today we're going to be talking about home warranties, and I have with me here Tammi Burgee of Fidelity National. Tammi, thank you for joining us. Let's just jump right in. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I have been in the home warranty industry for almost 14 years. It'll be 14 years in January, which is rather unheard of in my industry because most time people leave to go to title or they go to another home warranty company. So I've been doing this for almost 14 years, serving real estate agents and bringing value to their business.
Yeah, so you've seen a lot of changes too in the industry. First, can we just jump right in and you can tell us what is a home warranty?
A home warranty is there to offset homeownership costs. You know, and I teach a lot of classes and I always try to tell agents, change your vocabulary around home warranties because I think words matter. And if you say that a warranty is there to help you offset homeownership cost, and what we do is we cover your major systems and appliances. And it's for a year. Usually probably 86% of the real estate transaction, because it's written into the promulgated form, has an amount there for a warranty. So
yeah, and so what Tammy's talking about is if in the contract we can write in an amount up to, why should people get one? You kind of covered it a little bit, but maybe more explicitly, why should people get a home warranty?
I think there's several reasons. Number one, when you buy a pre-owned home, you don't know the history of the home. You do get we talked about this. We talked about getting an inspection to make you aware of the property, the home, etc. But I think it's important for that first year just to help you offset cost in case something were to happen with a major system or appliance. And let's think about this. You know, a home has a history. You could have a home that has one person living in it, and then you have a home that has a family that's going to live in there. So things get shut, closed, used, turned on and off. And I just think it's a great way economically to help you offset that first year in case there's any surprises.
Yeah, so especially for first-time homeowners, a lot of people don't know what they're getting into with homeownership, all the things that might come up. I think when people are researching home warranties, they quickly discover there are a lot of companies and a lot of things, a lot of options. Like, what should people consider when they're choosing a home warranty?
Honestly, and I wouldn't have said this when I first started this business, Matt, but I truly believe that the person behind the product locally makes a difference on the company that you're choosing. The reason I say that, when you and I purchase something, don't you want a relationship with that person? Don't you want their local number? If they sold you something and then all of a sudden, well, call our 1-800 number and you never could get a hold of them if you ran into something, right? I'm one of those buyers that I choose on relationship, I choose on service, not so much pricing at times. And I think when somebody gets stuck on pricing, they're forgetting the value of the relationship. So I tell people, if you're a relationship-driven person, then you do want to focus on that. I very rarely get focused on pricing. I always tell them to please look at the contract, because what some people don't realize, it is a contract. It has a begin date and end date. It also has terms of coverage and limits of liability. And you want somebody to know their contract. It's very, very important. Yeah,
that's a good point. And I agree with you on the service, because I think when people go to use a home warranty, it's because something's not going right. They're not calling their home warranty company when everything's wonderful. Right. So I definitely always emphasize that with all my recommendation. It's probably key when it comes to home warranty. You know, when people are at that point where they're choosing a home warranty, a lot of times buyers will say, well, I'm already getting homeowner's insurance. Like, what do I need this for? What's the difference between home insurance and a home warranty?
And that's a very good question, because as our city grows and as there's an influx of people moving into our city from different states, there are states that don't have a home warranty. So I've gotten that question more often than not in the last 3 years. But Tammi, my realtor asked me to get a home warranty. What is this? What's the difference of the home insurance? The home insurance covers your dwelling, fire, theft, content, wind, rain, you know, it covers all of that. What the home warranty does, and may I back up and say the language is different. Home insurance it's a premium. You pay a premium and it's a policy. A home warranty is a residential service contract and you pay a fee. So different language. And then the home warranty covers what the home insurance doesn't. It covers all of your major systems. So if you think about the major systems that run through any house, your heating, your air, electric and plumbing and appliances. So things that are mechanical in the house. However, where your insurance, your home insurance would kick in is if let's just say a pipe or behind your dishwasher, a hose broke, and you run your dishwasher, and you come back from vacation and your whole downstairs is flooded with hardwood floors. We would cover the dishwasher. Your home warranty, your home insurance would cover the secondary damage.
Yeah. So it's like damage is a way to think about it, hazards.
Yes.
I quit it like a lightning strike, that's not normal. That's not for your home warranty, it's for your insurance.
Yeah.
So when people get it, they're a new homeowner, they have their home warranty, what surprises come up when they have their coverage?
I'm glad that you asked that because I love talking to buyers. And the reason why I love talking to buyers, especially new home buyers, is because I never want them to enter the contract thinking that they're going to pay the $75 service fee and we're going to replace their HVAC. I think that is a misnomer in home warranty. So if I can catch them on the front and say, look, we're there to offset cost. When I see around where there's surprises is around a water heater being replaced or an HVAC being replaced. And this is what I tell people. Probably 85% of the time in an HVAC replacement, not a repair, but a replacement, there is going to be some out-of-pocket expenses for the homeowner. But this is what I know about human behavior. I don't like surprises as a consumer, and I'm assuming my customers don't like surprises. So if I tell them that there's going to be some out-of-pocket expenses for what we deem in our industry as modifications to a system, then they always know that when it happens, they go, oh, Tammi told us this. But they still continue to see the value in the warranty because it helped offset the cost. Sure. And I think that is the biggest surprise with homeowners regarding that there may be some out-of-pocket expenses.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's not all included.
It's not all, and so if you enter that and your expectations are here, right? And we are delivering at an 8 and your expectations are a 10. There's in that space is a lot of frustration and just in madness, honestly.
That's a really good point. What are the most common claims you see or service requests that come up for people?
Well, most people think it's HVAC, but
it
isn't for most people. But the plumbing is really high up in our industry. And I was telling you earlier, it's amazing the first 30 days how many plumbing calls we get, and it's usually mainline stoppages, which leads into people not knowing where their above ground accessible cleanout is. I always have to go back to your inspection report and make sure you know where that is before our plumber comes out. But it's plumbing.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was not expected that.
Yeah.
So just for fun, what's the strangest, maybe most absurd request you've had come in from somebody?
Well, a little cute one. An elderly woman had taken out the washer dryer coverage, and she called me probably a week after she closed and wanted to know when we're going to deliver her washer and dryer. And it took me a while to understand what she was wanting, and I finally figured out that she had taken out that option. She didn't have a washer dryer. She thought that we were going to provide a brand new washer dryer for $90, and I just said, oh, hon, that's not how it works. But one of them was recently where a very large raccoon was in their attic, and they weren't getting air, and come to find out this raccoon had chewed so much of the ductwork. They believe it had been living up there for a very long time. It was a resident. It was a squatter.
Yeah, a friendly surprise.
A very friendly surprise.
Maybe not a pleasant one though.
Yeah, and then we get stuff like smells and stuff that can you come in and treat the concrete and stuff like that. It's amazing what people think we do cover. Or we'll come out on something and it's something that we don't cover, and they think they've been denied, but it's really, really not within the scope of our contract.
It's kind of funny because real estate is very much a people business. We think it's about houses, but houses come with emotions and people.
And then you have COVID right now. Not to date this interview, but we have COVID right now, and in our claims have gone up probably over 52-53%. Wow. Over last year, and it's because people are in their homes more. they're using
wear and tear.
double the wear and tear, Matt, really
Yeah.
truly, and they're having to do laundry a lot more, and they're running their dishwashers a lot more and using their stove, and yeah, it's been a challenge, but
That's so interesting to think about.
yeah, because people wouldn't think that it would affect that much, but it truly has.
Well, since you're here and you have a lot of experience in the industry, one thing I wanted to see if you could share with us about is why you choose Fidelity. What do you like most about your products?
That's so funny that you even asked that, because last night I got a text from a realtor and says, Tammy, what's the difference? What's the differential? And they gave me 3 companies, and I said, first point, me.
Yeah.
And then the others, this person's contract is similar to ours. And he said, you had me at me. Yeah. Because it's what I tell people all the time. The reason why there's so many companies here that are in the warranty business is because it's written into our promulgated form. Mm-hmm. Most people think it's just we have a lot of competition, but that is the reason why. So when choosing a warranty, I think it's very important to go with a person that has some longevity with a company, mm-hmm. That is very have a servant spirit. Mm-hmm. The other tag thing to that is they've got to be able to educate your client on what a warranty is, what it not, how it differs from home insurance.
Yeah, for sure.
Knowing their contract, and you develop a relationship with them. So I think at the end of the day, the nuts and bolts are the same regarding home warranties. They all vary on some options and free on. But at the end of the day, what makes the difference is the same thing in your industry that makes a difference: service and relationship.
So that's good. I think people should keep that in mind when they're choosing. We've covered most about home warranties. Is there anything else maybe you wish I would have asked, or that you want to share with us when it comes to home warranties?
No, I think most of the time with home warranties that I wish people would read the fine print. But I don't like to read it. You don't like to read it. I know truly in my life, I've had situations where I didn't read the fine print, and next thing you know, I'm getting a charge on my credit card, and I signed something that I didn't read the fine print. So I just wish people would realize it is a contract. It's not that we're not covering something because it's Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock. It's really we're not covering it because it's not within the scope of our contract, or because the language and the terms of coverage and limits of liability were there where it wouldn't be covered. Right. So that's my only thing. It's hard to get people to do.
Oh yeah, that's a good life lesson for all of us, right? Pay attention to the little things.
And it does have a begin date and an end date. Mm-hmm.
And that you can renew, correct?
Absolutely, yeah, at the end of that year. And I tell people that all the time. I said, I've had mine on my home for almost 13 years. I think 4 of the years I haven't used it. I use it because it's just to be a little bit insured for the unexpected. I mean, somebody could not use it for the whole year and go, Tammy, I didn't see the value. Some people could use it 3 times and go, oh my gosh, I saved so much money. And I think it really, sometimes when people ask me at parties, what do you do? I say, I help people with their home ownership budget.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, and many people do underestimate that budget sometimes. Yeah. I want to really thank you for being here and taking your time to share with us. To our audience, I really want to thank you for tuning in to this episode. As always, we're here for you if you have questions about your real estate journey. We'll include Tammy's information in the description below, so you want to reach out to her specifically, feel free to do so. In the meantime, I look forward to connecting with you in person soon. Take care. Thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And in the meantime, make sure to check out some of our other videos featured on our channel.